Hey everybody, just Jesse here. Welcome you back into my garage, my man cave, for another day of accountability. Today I have Hudson out here in my man cave with me. He's hanging out. He's in his little baby dome and he's playing with some toys and stuff. So if you hear him, that's what it is. Today's Wednesday, it's May 26th, the year 2021. I read through Matthew chapter 5 today. Now, Matthew chapter 5 has to deal with how followers of God are to be leaders of men and they're to live at a higher level. Now, when you think of the word leader, what do you think about? If you really were called to be a leader and you were called to become a leader today, are you ready to take charge? Now, that question is put out there to really make you think. And really, when you think about it, at the beginning of planting the leadership seed, if you will, would today be the day that you planted the seed, or would today be the day that you metamorphosized into the leader that God created you to be? The Bible talks about two major phases that every leader goes through in order to mature, and those two phases are the call and the preparation. Now, during the preparation stage, all leaders get challenged to live at higher levels than others. Think about it. No one really responded to that better than Jesus. Jesus calls his people, his followers, to live at a higher level than the rest of the world. But get this, his call brings many more tests along the way. And those tests are sometimes some of the harder tests that you've ever had, that you've ever faced. But those tests always follow the call in order to prepare the leaders for the role that they're able to play. Now let's graph it out, really. Let's graph it out and just show you what it's like. You're going to have on one side the call and on the other side the preparation. Now on the side of the call, we have the seed of leadership and the beginning of leadership. Now imagine, if you will, a line in between the call and the preparation. And on the preparation side, you have the test of leadership and the fulfillment of leadership. During the middle two stages, the beginning of leadership and the test of leadership, emerging leaders experiment to discover their strengths and their weaknesses. In order to reach the potential, however, leaders must pass many tests. Now ask yourself, do I measure up to living at a higher level? That's the question I have for you today. That's the question I have for myself today. Do I measure up to living at a higher level? I know that I may have moments of my day where I do, but there's a lot more moments of my day that I don't. And those are things that I need to work on in order to become a better leader. Now, I challenge you to ask yourself that every single day. Do I measure up to living at a higher level? In whatever you do, if you're serving in the church, if you're hanging out with your friends, if you're just trying to serve people out in the world, just ask yourself, do I measure up to living at a higher level? Even if it doesn't have to do with Christianity or following Christ, if you live at a higher level and you present yourself at a higher level every day, I guarantee you'll move on and you'll move farther than the rest of the people around you that don't ask that. All right, guys, this was a very good chapter to read. I challenge you to read it as well, Matthew chapter 5. And let's be leaders of men. Let's live at higher levels. Let's challenge each other to live at higher levels. That's what community's about, right? So I hope that this chapter really finds you well, and I hope that it challenges you like it challenged me. I know that every day is going to be a challenge, and every day is going to be a test from here on out, like it always is supposed to be, in order to grow myself into being a better leader for everybody else. And that'll be the same for you guys as well. So thanks for hanging out with me in my man cave, and thanks for hanging out with me in Hudson, I should say. And I just ask that you challenge yourself every day. Always be in God's Word. Be going and growing. God bless.